You sit at your desk, mind racing yet body immobile. That report was due yesterday. Your inbox screams with unread messages. A text notification buzzes, your friend asking why you've been distant lately. You recognize this feeling. Your brain is stuck in the mud while your anxiety revs the engine. This isn't an ordinary tiredness. It's not the satisfying fatigue after a productive day or good workout. This exhaustion sits deeper, like a weight pressing you down from the inside. Your brain on stress becomes a different machine altogether. When stress hormones flood your system, your brain prioritizes survival over everything else. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, grows hyperactive while your prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning, focus, and executive function, gets muted. This explains why you can't seem to organize your thoughts when overwhelmed. Robert Sapolsky, in his book, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers, explains this brilliantly. Zebras experience acute stress when chased by lions. Their bodies flood with cortisol and adrenaline, enabling their escape. Once safe, their stress response shuts off. They return to grazing, not ruminating about their near-death experience. You, unlike zebras, keep your stress response activated for days, weeks, or years. Your brain wasn't designed for the modern world. It evolved for immediate physical threats, not endless email chains, social media comparisons, and mortgage payments. Yet here you are, your body preparing to fight or flee while you sit motionless at your desk. This chronic stress takes a physical toll. Your brain burns through glucose at an accelerated rate during stress. Think of stress as keeping your brain's engine revving in park. You're consuming fuel without moving forward. Matthew Walker, in his book, Why We Sleep, describes how stress dismantles your sleep architecture. Your worried mind keeps you from entering deep, restorative sleep stages. You might get 8 hours but wake feeling like you got 4. Poor sleep further impairs cognitive function, creating a vicious cycle. The psychological where compounds the physical. You begin questioning your abilities. Why can't you handle what everyone else seems to manage? This self-doubt creates additional stress. Now you're stressed about being stressed. Your brain doesn't distinguish between physical threats and psychological ones. The threat of embarrassment in a meeting activates the same circuits as physical danger. Your ancestors' brains never had to differentiate between a saber-toothed tiger and a passive-aggressive email from their boss. Your memory fails you when stressed. You walk into rooms forgetting why, lose your train of thought mid-sentence, and struggle to recall information you know well. This happens because stress hormones impair the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. The social consequences build. You cancel plans because you lack energy. You snap at loved ones over minor irritations. You lose interest in activities that once energized you. Friends notice your withdrawal but don't understand why. You've changed. All this creates what neuroscientists call allostatic load, the cumulative burden of chronic stress on your body. Think of it as stress debt that compounds with interest. What can you do? Understanding the mechanics helps, but knowledge alone won't fix a stress-battered brain. The path forward begins with small steps. First, recognize that your tiredness isn't laziness or character weakness. It's your body's appropriate response to perceived threats. Your brain is trying to protect you, albeit with outdated programming. Physical movement breaks the stress cycle. Exercise burns off stress hormones that would otherwise linger. Even 5 minutes of movement signals to your brain that you've responded to the threat. You've run from the metaphorical lion, so your body can begin to relax. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, emphasizes the power of controlled breathing. When you extend your exhales longer than your inhales, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's brake pedal. Try breathing in for 4 counts and out for 6. Limit your stress triggers. News and social media deliver a steady stream of threats your brain processes as immediate dangers. Your stress response can't distinguish between a war across the world and a predator in your living room. Create clear boundaries between work and rest. Your brain needs recovery periods. Working through lunch or checking emails at 11 p.m. keeps stress hormones elevated. Even brief, genuine breaks help your brain reset. Practice what psychologists call stress inoculation by reframing threats as challenges. When facing a difficult task, tell yourself, "This is challenging, and challenges help me grow," rather than, "This is overwhelming." Connect with others. Human connection releases oxytocin, which counteracts stress hormones. A meaningful conversation with a friend can reset your nervous system more effectively than many medications. Limit your demands. Say no to additional responsibilities when you're already overwhelmed. People pleasers struggle with this, but boundaries protect your mental resources. Sleep becomes both casualty and cause of chronic stress. Prioritize it ruthlessly. Create a consistent sleep schedule. Make your bedroom a technology-free zone. Your tired brain needs darkness, quiet, and coolness. Consider professional help if your exhaustion persists. Chronic stress can evolve into depression or anxiety disorders that benefit from treatment. Seeking help isn't weakness, it's self-awareness. Remember that your brain changes with consistent practice. Neuroplasticity means that stress patterns can be rewired, but this takes time and patience. Small daily changes accumulate into significant shifts. Your tiredness has wisdom in it. Perhaps it's telling you something important about what needs to change in your life. Listen to it rather than fighting against it. The modern world won't stop demanding your attention and energy, but you can change how you respond. Your brain on stress doesn't have to be your permanent state. Each small step you take to manage stress builds resilience for the next challenge. Your future self will thank you for starting now, even when you feel too tired to begin.